Hi friends, I'm Kimber Gell, and I'm running for Board of Supervisors, District 4 for Humboldt County. The first thing that I would like to prioritize is housing. I think housing is going to be very critical in the development of businesses coming to town. We have, the fish farm, we have the wind farm, those types of things, Cal Poly, we've got the internet coming through. So we're going to need to have housing for all of those situations. To support people that are going to grow and live in our community, as well as medical professionals, that type of situation. The other piece that I think is going to be really important is looking at our healthcare. And this is something that really speaks to business in that, when you're down in Old Town or some of the areas in town, you notice that about 60%, I would say, plus or minus, probably more, of our problems in the region are mental health issues. And those are the social issues that are happening in Old Town. And so I've been working vigilantly with all different partners since my time on council to try and remedy those things. And currently there are a few things happening which are really exciting. One of those being a navigation center coming in down in Old Town that we've been working on for a really long time. The other thing is there's Care Court that's coming in, which is a program that the governor's working on, and then Laura's Law, which gets people off the streets and gets them the help and the support that they need. Thirdly, I would say that it's really important that we protect local businesses, and we do that again by increasing the mental health and getting people off the streets, I think is a big piece of that. And the other piece is shopping local. Shopping local is critical. I don't shop online generally, I shop locally because I'd like to keep those dollars here, and I'd like to continue to promote that as well. So I believe that as an official, that being accessible is critical, and having those conversations and communication with businesses is huge, and being able to listen and hear what people are saying and take things back. And I had the opportunity to work with Donna on a few things with some of the restaurants down in Old Town when they were having issues at Clark Plaza and trying to get some resolution on that. And I really appreciate having those relationships where we can actually talk and work things together. No one's in this alone. It takes all of us to make a better community. And so I really think that my accessibility is very, very helpful. Also, the safety piece and my skills. So, I've worked in retail in our city. I've been here my whole life. I've watched the ebbs and flows of our community. I've watched when downtown was thriving, and I watched when Bayshore Mall came in, and that changed. And so, yeah. And so having a thriving Old Town and downtown is really important to me, bringing back those times of prosperity down there. And that's going to be a process of communication with everybody. Also, my former husband and I owned a construction business. So again, I've definitely experienced the ebbs and flows of business and how that all plays in together. The accessibility, I know that like when there was a business downtown that was being bothered by a particular person, I went down and met with them and talked to them about that and worked with them to rid the problem. And I work with the CSET and the Old Town to really make changes down there. And if I get a call, I'm there. So I think that, part of that is going to be infrastructure again. Certainly, we need to have housing for all of the big changes that are coming to our region, whether that be, the wind farms, the agriculture. And of course, we need medical professionals, and they need a place to be as well. So housing is a critical piece. We also need housing at all spectrums because, the way that we're going to support people out of homelessness is to have housing for them. And so, we're looking at this from a lot of different directions. Secondly, I think another big issue is going to be fair practices and permitting. I look at what's been going on with the cannabis business, and it just breaks my heart, some of the permitting and the things that have happened. I've talked to people at doors who, are having to sell their property because of the way that the permitting continues to add more and more and more and more. And it doesn't really work for businesses. I think we need a structure that makes it easy for businesses to thrive in our region. And so I'm really supportive of that. And then thirdly, I just, you know, thinking about, again, safety and working with, you know, our sheriff's department, our police department, and mental health. Again, it's a mental health issue. 60% of the people in Old Town and in our region, you know, are problems remain from mental health. And I really believe that 160,000 homeless people in California is crazy. So, you know, working continually to build those bridges and to bring things forward to support people out of Old Town that are down there now currently causing problems, and get them the support that they need. And things like Laura's Law, things like Care Court, things like the CSET team and Uplift Eureka that we've worked so hard in to bring forward in the city of Eureka. I think these all can be built on to create a safer environment for our businesses and for their customers. You know, and one thing that I did bring forward was a panhandling ordinance that worked really well. Unfortunately, the Ninth Circuit Court found that that was a violation of public of speech, and now we see that we had a nice reprieve, and now we've got that situation back happening. So again, looking at ideas and solutions together to remedy these situations. I'm always available and ready to show up and do the work.